Hello everybody and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Real quick, I kind of jumped the gun and didn't boot up my PNGTuber, so give me just a second. So it's actually looking like Twitch isn't working. I was hoping to do something a little bit experimental and stream to both, though I may need to stop streaming on Twitch just because it doesn't look to be working as intended. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hold on just a second. Where is... Yeah, I may need to stop streaming on Twitch real quick because it does... at least I don't think it's working. Or if it is, I can't see video. But I'm not going to linger on it too much. Oh, wait, no. It seems to be working, I think. It says I'm live. On Twitch anyway, but I don't know if it's actually live. Okay, on Twitch now. Yeah, I legit don't know if it's like... Give me a sec, guys. Gonna do a bit of setup. I know, should have done this setup before. What the hell? Tell you what. Twitch can go kick rocks for right now. I'm gonna stop streaming on Twitch and just stick to YouTube because that's what I do best. Anyways, hello, welcome everybody back to more Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. So Shadowbringers Endwalker. I was going to be streaming tomorrow, but in the end, I decided, you know what? I'm actually really excited and I want to keep going on, I want to keep going with Endwalker. So I've gone ahead and just kind of set up some stuff. I've got things in more working order than they were yesterday. After listening to the stream from yesterday, after someone told me to turn the volume down on my stream, I realized that the audio actually wasn't ideal for what I wanted it to be. But yeah. I've made some audio adjustments. Things should sound a little bit better, and I've also kind of adjusted the way that the shaders look, because in the past they used to be very saturated, and I think I've finally got it to a point where the shaders kind of look pretty good without looking too desaturated, if I can just show you what I mean. Like, I think this looks pretty good, although it does kind of kill my frame rate a little bit, so we are going to just switch these off for the time being. But anyways, as a recap of what happened last time, we made it to Old Sharlayan. We've made it to where all the scholars live and all the knowledge hoarders are, and we've essentially made ourselves known and started poking around for information. Unfortunately, the forum doesn't like that, and we were shortly apprehended. After which we confronted a decent chunk of the forum, and we essentially pushed them on what was going on here in Sharlayan, to which we essentially more or less just kind of confirmed what we already knew, if that makes any sense. So it just seems more like it just really seems more like they're clearly I'm like tripping over my words. They're clearly trying to hide something. What exactly they're trying to hide, who knows, but we'll see. But anyways, we've completed the Sharlayan end of the quest line, and now we'll be moving on to go to Thavnair, over in Thavnair. Also, I'm actually going to restart my Twitch stream just because I noticed that it actually is working. Yeah, the VOD, I can't watch it in real time, obviously, but it's all cool. Twitch stream is back up if for those that want to watch it on Twitch as opposed to YouTube. But let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and speak to Thancred. Thancred is eager to set forth for Thavnair. So let's see what that's about. I have Kryle's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Aetheryte, but what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Khalzahl was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. The Confluence, thou sayest. I'm afraid so, my friend. Huh? Thou wilt call the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered the owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreda. Moonbreda was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Oh. Haven't you gone to see them yet? Oh. Well, this just got very sad all of a sudden. I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus I have kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. Kite? Kiet? Keet. Bwah, 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 bwah. Alright, so off to Thavnair we go. But yeah, I'm excited to continue with all this, because we left off in a pretty interesting spot yesterday where we seem to be getting some headway with the, why am I blanking on names all of a sudden today? We seem to be making headway with the forum as to, like, discovering why exactly they're so hush-hush about everything else. But again, we got, like, 2 different things to do here, so... Anyways, hello! Well, no, this is a rather lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Khalzahl and the students of Baldessian. We seek passage to Thavnair and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, wait, test subjects? Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well, allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an Aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of Aether hunting along the lifestream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of Aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an Aetheryte without being attuned to... What? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of Aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these Aetherites, but the Aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. Ah, I see. So it's like a hotspot. But it just so happens that of our first test pair of Aetherites, one has been installed here in Sharlayan, and the other over in Yedelmad, a port town in Thavnair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radz-at-Han, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. Excuse me. So to sum it up, we're to test these Aetherites. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel aether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort of your part. Also, hi Jack. Hi, Jackrith. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, assuming you're willing. We're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the live stream. In the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry, but it's plain that you aren't most people. Mistress Kryl truly knows how to pick 'em. Yeah. Oh boy. If I might change the subject, are Master Wolfson and Mistress Bloida not present today? Oh, you didn't hear. They've recently resigned their post. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the forum itself, as I... Another big project by the forum. Any other discussions? No? Let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. All right. So let's go ahead and make our way out. Oh, so it's just via this Aetherite. Wait at the Aetherite Plaza. Oh, yeah, right here, I guess. Oh, okay.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
That's right.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
Oh, never mind. I'm right.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
That's not concerning at all.
Is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Whoa. We're going.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
What? Why didn't you tell us this before? Map, you're back.
Thavnair, home to city-state Radz-at-Han.
Hello again,
Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy.
Oh.
Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold.
Oh, and there's the tower.
For a time.
I'm here.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Oh, gee. Oh, dear God.
What chance?
Oh, Norianji is dead.
Against such an insidious foe.
We're in Thavnair. This is about as bad as when I had fucking light lumbago.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let Estinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh no! I guess that's up to me then. Hold on. No, I must go on. No, where's my... There it is. I must persevere. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? Estinian, wait! Don't spend money! Oh no! Aether sickness? No! Where's Estinian? Hold on. My everything. There you are, Estinian. No. Hey, come here. Don't spend money. You there, I need 3 drinks, something that helps with aether sickness. But by the Matsaya, a traveler! Greetings and welcome! You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special amra lassi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By the way of warm welcome to Thavnair, I am pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,008. Estinian, don't say yes to this. Estinian, don't say yes to this. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last meal. Oh no! You must stand before Estinian and using gestures deny that the deal is fair. Estinian! Hold on. Where's... Where's deny? No, Estinian, don't do it. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so? What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? You're being robbed. Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. This merchant is swindling me. Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,899 gil for 3 bottles of Leslie. The confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Oh, Estinian. Oh, wait a minute. Can I not drink mine now? Do I have to wait? Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee, Estinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. You spared us to Taru's wrath. It's like, wait, how much did Estinian spend on a bottle of elixir? Interesting. Okay, real quick. Twitch is acting all sorts of fucky. I'm gonna need to figure this out off stream with some like test streams and whatnot. But this Twitch is being real weird. So I'm just gonna stop streaming on Twitch. Apologies for that confusion and whatnot. I'll delete the VODs on Twitch later. But like Twitch is being super weird. Like I'm not able to view it, but it keeps creating VODs and stuff. Like I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Anyways, proceeding on with story. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Glad to hear it. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. Oh my god! Aye, I've found it. Just the most I could do against the heat, short of shredding my armor. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. The man said it's a Thavnarian weave. Tough and not easily Ah. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. A steal, I was told. 'Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over for... Not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. Hold on. Let's mess around with that for a bit. It's not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? Yeah, are all heinous merchants so unscrupulous? I expect these are going to put up more of a fight. Yeah, it seems a bit excessive here. I am inclined to agree with thine assessment. It doth seem excessive, unusually so. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Radz-at-Han hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were... Hold on. I'm messing with a lot of settings today, apologies. In the beginning, there were the Arkasodara, a Matnaga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hainish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Radz-at-Han. Yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Also, I noticed, I'm trying to pinpoint the kind of architecture that I'm looking at here. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so. The opportunistic pricing is rampant, doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Time to go talk to people! We've not to lose by learning more. So ere we seek out Kryle's acquaintance, shall we seek what information we can gather here at Hydaelyn? Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. We're good. His stomach behaving once more, Thancred is ready to get to work. Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Bell, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetherite. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Blah, blah, blah. See though, now I'm curious, would traveling back to Old Sharlayan require the same method? Tune to the Aetherite. I'm actually more curious as to what my thoughts are on this place right now, because I'm trying to kind of pinpoint what this reminds me of. I almost want to say like... hold on. I have a picture comparison. It's like... Would it be India? Oh, well, see, I was more so, not for me, but I was more so wondering about, like, Urianger. Well, not Urianger, but Thancred would probably need to go back the same way, right? Indonesia. Wait, really? Would this look more like Indonesia? Oh yeah, I can kinda see it. Like Bali specifically? Who would have known all the Asians ever needed to do was give me a tummy ache? I know, right? Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Interesting. Jamleel! What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Khalzahl. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Khalzahl a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Salt Wind Sails, the Harbor Guild building across the water from here. Okay. Let's investigate. Oh, over here. Whee! Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Nurnair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What'll become of us, only the gods know. Interesting. Hello? The Dalamaskins aren't coming? But but we already have everything they all ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't gonna help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. But this will be an enormous loss. Alright. Forget about the Dalamaskins. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hainish favorites. Our consortium works closely with the merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Khalzahl. I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Hello. Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. Nope, sorry, buddy. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. Elephant! My name is Matsaya. I'm here to see Khalzahl. Hello? Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Elephant Man. Hang on a second. Just checking my audio. Alrighty. We are good to go. Let's proceed on and talk to Elephant Man. Wait, where is Elephant Man? There he is. Also, real quick, let me oh shit, didn't mean to whack my mic. Let me crack open a soda real quick. 1 second. That might have popped the mic. I'm sorry. I don't intend for it to do that. Okay, no. That didn't pop the mic. That was just a little loud. It's fine though. 1 second. Let me pull my mic away so you don't hear me slurping. Alrighty. Hello, Matsaya. Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Khalzahl too, did you? I'm Matsaya, a fisherman of Akyal, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Khalzahl, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. If I may ask, what is it that you do? Oh, you know, adventuring. An adventurer, you say? And you travel the world helping people. Then that must be you're great at dealing with strangers. Yeah, please, won't you teach me to be like you? What? You see, I've brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with Khalzahl, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. How do you get your trunk in a twist? It's so short. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? If you're willing, please let me know and we can begin at once. Alright guys, we're becoming a fish peddler. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You will wish to cancel any pending duty find. I like that because it's like, okay, listen, guys, unskippable event coming up. I am so sorry. You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right. Please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedelmad. I'll observe you and learn. Matsaya is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Matsaya behind. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, over here first. Mr. Elephant Man is following me. Oh, did Vel see Estinian pull an alpha now? Yes, and he's worse. Oh. Sorry, Matsaya. I fucking jumped into the water like a dope. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Guys! How do I get back up? There we go. Taking bets. How many fish is he gonna sell? A lot. Selling fish is what I'm good at. Yes? Greetings, friend! How fare you of late? Greetings to you, too. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remain there for now, but I could not stay away. Had to come back, continue with my life such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. There's no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, huh? Too risky out here, maybe I ought to move to the city too? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant Host's instructions. I hope they deal with it soon, so we can get back to our normal lives. To the days when you could earn as much as you gave, and tuck it into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Speaking of meals, why not have some fresh fish today? Fresh fish you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. Hey! Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. All right, we did it. We sold the fish. Fish sticks, get your fish sticks here. I got plenty of fish. Hello. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say it doesn't. They don't need to be export quality. Amra shamra. My fresh fish is the only thing you need. Nah. What do you need so many amra for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming in these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas, but not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. Wait. I know. You know, I relate. Being constantly hungry, I relate. Thank you! A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed a little chat. I took my mind off the troubles for a moment. No! No, I missed a sale! I didn't realize, yeah. She's stress eating, yeah. Are you sure you're actually hungry is probably the question I should have asked. Dang. Alright, well, this one for sure. Bazama. Bazama. Bazinga. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh God, it's my stomach. Ugh. Aether sickness. No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. You should take it easier, eat more slowly, and savor your food. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. And so I'm working as hard as I can while I still can. The better to be prepared. How do you intend to prepare? By stockpiling supplies for that. I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. How about some fish for your supplies? They're fresh caught. Well, fish wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. I'd rather buy stuff that's ready to store. So I'm afraid I'll have to pass on your fish. Now, if you'll excuse me, but... No! He's looking at me with such disappointment! No! I can't believe it. I only made one sale. Guys, I should not be in charge of marketing. That's a shame. Oh well. You're better than a bunch of streamers. I've seen loads of 0 out of 3 fish. Really? You got the same I did? Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell to one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too, but there are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I'll endeavor to become a better peddler. That's good to hear, man. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Khalzahl soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice. Then who should it be but Matsaya? Oh, it's Khalzahl. Khalzahl, have you finished your business with the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So, you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsaya. Truly am. But for now you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't... I want to help you, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Oh man. Khalzahl. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. I should go and learn and help Khalzahl as much as possible. I will. And so, what I've gleaned, many people just kind of ran from this port town because of the tower. And they've all gone to Thavnair proper, the city. But the port town, no one's really selling anything here because everyone has just left. And there's barely anything coming out because of fear of the tower. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods. But to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly common. Oh. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless What's going on back there? To call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telophoroi. That Matsaya fellow you were helping. He's Arkasodara, is he not? Arkasodara. Apparently, just almost exclusively as people that are being If summoning this is his perpetrator's aim, it does stand to reason that Arkasodara would be their primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many and are devout adherents still. We'd better go after him. Our Kjall lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Krell's acquaintance incidentally. See, now I'm thinking elephant-based primal. Or like not elephant, but the first one that comes to mind is like Kujata. But it's probably not Kujata. Kujata's like a cat. You do not see Matsaya nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. You already fought Kujata? Oh, that's right. Kujata was just a common enemy too. What wasn't he? Hold on. Kujata FF XIV. Oh, I did, yeah. That's right. That's the Marauder quest line. That's right. Well, remember, the people of the island are all unified under one nation. They're a collective, not an individual. That's right. Wait, to the west? Oh, probably along the beach. The northwest. Oh, ah, there it is. Aether currents galore. We're hunting for aether currents. Oh. There we go. And now let's go east. So let me do this. Put this up here. There we go. Also, I think I may have figured out what the issue with my Twitch stream was. I'm not gonna restart it, but I'll definitely I'll have it fixed by next time I stream, so that way I can dual stream on both Twitch and YouTube. Uh-oh. Matsaya's voice came from the north. Uh-oh. Get going! But yeah, to kind of paraphrase, I think the issue that I was having with Twitch a bit ago is because I noticed that no video or audio is being output, but the VOD is still there. So you're not able to watch it live on Twitch, but the audio and video still get posted via VOD form. Wait, is this legal? Wait, what's legal? Where am I not? There we go. Yeah, these are tempered dudes trying to get Matsaya. There we go. Oh, is this legal? They're poaching him. I just noticed what you meant. Yeah, it's illegal to poach elephants, you fucks. What the hell? I see you found him in time. You and your friends came to look for me. I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We'd heard that the Arkasodara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell me of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities in the old tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities, they're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine rage, and in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all that we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish. Look, it's okay, buddy. It happens. But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please, come to our village. We're good gods-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge. And fish! What sayest thou? That we'd pay a visit to Akyali? Wait, is it Akyal or Akyali? Wonderful. Just follow the road west down the hill. You can't miss it. So, 'tis the simulacra of Thavnarian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hainish are imprisoned in this tower. Oh, hey, Mista. I pray that we'll be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods. Like as not, I, as you said, would do well to study their religious traditions. To Akyali. Alright, let's get going. So yeah, what I was saying earlier in regards to Twitch, I think I figured out what the problem was. I'm technically streaming in 2K resolution onto YouTube, which I don't think Twitch supports. And given that the Twitch output is meant to be a piggyback off of the YouTube output, more or less what it's requiring me to do is I need to just set up the Twitch stream to be lower settings, video settings and whatnot, along with audio settings, in order for it to broadcast properly, which I can do for next stream. I won't do it for this stream, but I can do it for next stream. Welcome to Akyali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please, make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Lucky I can only get 720p. So it's funny, early on when I started streaming on YouTube, when I was having loads of problems back when I was streaming like RE4 and like, well, actually, funny enough, RE4, A Realm Reborn, and I think even Mario Sunshine up to a point. One of the problems that I was having with streaming on YouTube is that I was using their default encoder, which from what I understand is not very good, but there's a secret second encoder, not secret, but there's another encoder you can use that allows you to stream at higher resolutions without taxing the bitrate as much. And that's what I've been using. If you want, Stent, I can help you out with it later today, and well, not later today, but just kind of show you how to do it, and then maybe see if you can get some higher quality streams without taxing too much of the bitrate. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups: the Manusya, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Murga, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together, they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. In ancient times... Oh, sorry. Okay, let me take a sip of my drink. In ancient times, the Manusya and Murga deities, who look like men and beasts, respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually seeking the wisdom of the Manusya, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Manusya coveted the might of the Murga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in the age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, The Manusia have worn animal faces and the Murga the limbs of men. Huh. Interesting. Also, I'm noticing that these quests are going by a lot quicker. Oh shit. Hold on. There we go. For some reason that just activated fucking an overlay. There you are. Learned a thing or two about gods, I trust. Well, you were off talking to the others. I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Part of me is glad I didn't stream Endwalker. I really... Yeah, maybe it's for the best. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Yeah, the culture here is very much yep. These are Manusia. You've heard about that already, have you? Yes, 3 sisters. The central one, the eldest, Sindurva, a goddess of wisdom, for his alchemist hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sandurva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders among her followers. And on the left, the trifecta of mid. And on the left is Mindurva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts and so is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped but for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. In like fashion to the Mansuya, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Murga, if I may ask? The Murga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaj's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arkasodara. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. Dragons? You worship dragons too? It is said that the ancestor of the Satrap, that's the ruler of Radz-at-Han, forged a covenant with the dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the Satrap. Legend holds that if ever the Satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I'm confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Kryle's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Kryle's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Estinian being the awkward Marion of the dragon family? Yeah, pretty much. Those 3 sisters are a callback to FF4? It definitely sounds like it. The Matsaya has a shrine in his eyes and it wasn't there before. Did you say you're going to see Nidhana? Oh wow, I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes, when you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Alright. Wait. How did he describe her ears? Her dainty ears. Huh. It's an interesting way to describe someone. Do you think it was Midgard Swimmer or Hraesvelgr that asked Nidhogg why he's into men? Listen. Hraesvelgr ain't one to talk, okay? Not after the Eden raids. After the Eden raids, Hraesvelgr's on fucking... Hraesvelgr's on Cupcake Watch. Weep, 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 weep. Oh, what the fuck?
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Yeah, I've seen E8S.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see. I am Vashan, servant to the Satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow. People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
What? The fuck?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Those are dragon scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
Yeah,
The winds
praise
have
be to
shifted.
that
I
guy.
feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
That's good.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
The fuck?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Yo, why are y'all surrounding my boy?
Or two, if so.
Now, see here.
Come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Bunch of
Oh, dear, your
weirdos.
poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
A little.
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk? As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Yeah, no, Roman, I definitely get what you mean. By comparison, Shadowbringers is very fucking depressing. This is a lighthearted jog in the park so far, especially considering how Shadowbringers opens up initially. Like, Jesus Christ, like, it really sells you on the despair of what's going on in Norvrant and stuff like that. With Endwalker, it's like, oh yeah, there are pressing things to take care of, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun with it, right? I see what you mean. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Vel is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make the talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of aether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. Consequential way. Holy fuck. In order to strike back, the Satrap Beta's alchemists create enchanted talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite Wait. Holy fuck, wait a minute. That could change everything. Imagine, if you will, the idea of someone having a talisman around them that shields them from primal protection. Because now that we've learned, the whole thing with primal corruption just has to do with your aether being smidged too far in the wrong direction. It's out of balance, right? So if you could get regular people and infantrymen to start fighting primals by like just giving them like a small little like enchantment or like a talisman that protects them from primal influence, that's crazy. On top of the big solution of, well, if you do get tempered, don't worry, we'll be able to fix you. But now it's like, oh, don't worry, now the chance of you becoming tempered is even lower. That's crazy. Long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon skills provided the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the skills provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we'll be ready to conduct the field test, and here's where you and your blessing of light come in. Whatever it is, just leave it to me. Thank you. Lest you wonder, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission, of course. In that case, Oriange and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you exit the Great Worker and turn south, there will be a hill on the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. You know, that's crazy to me that we're likely able to do this now. Oh, no, yeah. I understand why Hraesvelgr does that around her. I get it, especially considering it's like her summoning of the primals basically like a mix of her own influences with like what we tell her, right? So we told her, oh yeah, Shiva had something to do with Hraesvelgr. She imagines Renjit and his dragon. Like I get that. It's just funny. It's just funny. The comment is just funny. That's all. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of aether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe aether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. This should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. All right. All right. Please stand back. Please stand back. Yep. Oh. It's 1. Seem to be fine from that. I should be fine, right? Worst comes to worst, I just suffer from etheric sickness. Alright, still good with 2. Subject stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirm bowel integrity. Wait a minute. All right, that's 3. Still doing okay. Keeping you safe from harm. Oh, it's going faster. And that's 4. Who selected to deliver me to the supervising alchemist? Humors. Yep. All good to go. I suffered 8 blasts of aether. Ah, you've returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign, but come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I shall replenish its aether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine. That's right. Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There's no risk the tower will corrupt your aether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. Hell yeah! Alright, buddy, I'm going to shit yourself. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here. I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we Arkasodara travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. Sure. Why not? All right. Try. I'll give that another try. Why not? It's simple as hitting a button. Why not? Not like I really have that much of an audience on Twitch, anywho. All right, anyways, let's get going over to the escort place. Where at though? Oh, right here. I may be simply imagining it, but I do feel as though we're being followed. Look out! There we go. There we go. Just waiting for the... Seems to be it. There we go. Gods, but that gave me a fright. To think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope. Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. Alright. On our bike we go to the location. And here we are. Khadijah's footsteps. Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting it once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers don't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Alright, so just stand guard. Easy enough, I can do that. Surveying.
Yes, that would be Radz-at-Han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
Hmm.
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
What can you tell me of the sat? Yeah, we barely really know anything about the satrap that they're talking about.
Well, he is the most important person in Radz-at-Han. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the war-like Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radz-at-Han to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Oh boy.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
How you doing, Fandaniel?
I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal?
Oh, the Asai voice dropped.
Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Yeah, the Asai voice is gone. Interesting. Alright. I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let's head back to the great work, shall we? Wait. 200 northeast. Really? There's ground right there. Why can I not jump off? Well, it's whatever. Game, I swear. Anything in the valley will be inaccessible until you return to the zone later in MSQ. Gotcha. So it's if anything, it's like Shadowbringers then, with like it's Aether Currents, where you're not intended to get all the Aether Currents in one go. You do come back to the zones later. It's not like with Heavensward, I think it was, because Heavensward lets you get pretty much all the Aether Currents in one go if you're going after them. But I think starting with Stormblood, they had split areas, right? So I'm going the completely wrong way. Hang on. Did I not attune to the Great Work? Labyrinthos is the same way. You only get to exploit 25% of that zone. Yeah, I figured as much. There's a whole area of Labyrinthos that we didn't get to explore. Well, while we're at it, might be worthwhile to switch to Paladin now. 230. Never mind. I'll stick with Dragoon for the time being. Vel, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. Hooray! There we go. If you'll excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you're both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Nidana. It would seem the stories of Giant Skull are running low. The stores of Giant Skull are running low. What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Orionje told everyone about their tempering cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Vel, excuse me. Ugh. Loath though I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to go fetch the Giant Skull? In case you're not familiar, Giant Skull is a type of ore found on the island, owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, and its application in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. To query where it is found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose upon you once more. But wait, I don't have my crafting job that high. My mining job is nowhere near that high. So happens I have it at Errand to be on the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamsa, Mistress Nidana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamsa to the entrance. Entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. Rah. Alright, so speak with Varshan and Varshan. Oh, the Aether Current quests are opening up, by the by. Which means I'll have something to do over the weekend, it looks like. At least like the blue quests are starting to open up, so I might start doing those. Here are Hamsavel. If the creatures look familiar, it's because they are. They're close to your kin, to the kin of your Eorzean dodos. Hamsa may have long kept as livestock in Thavnair, but many a hatchery may be found here. At last, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Whee! He won't that they have a wobbling gate. Kite. Dodos! Looks so goofy. Whoa. Kadaga, the word which means sword. This sword, legend holds, was wielded by Matsaya against the Murga before it was cast down at conflict's end. Shit almost reminds me of like Xenoblade. With like the Mechonis sword always being in frame and stuff like that. Almost there, though the main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff. The outpost itself is on the beach. Almost there. There we go. We're here. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host. This outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. What do you think of Varshan so far? He seems fairly interesting. Whoa, look at these guys. Well, you should be young Varshan on an errand for the Satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect a report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boldness, benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of the battle. No place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the Satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly, I pray you do not think do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the Satrap is unwavering. But still, I worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabadin. Nabdeen. Thank you. Uh-oh. Hold on. PNGTuber crashed. Give me a second. Alright, we're back. Also, chat's weird. Permit me to introduce Velfox of the Eorzean contingent. Come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? The towers have appeared over there too. Yes, tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report. Answer any questions he may have. Oh no, yeah, their armor's pretty cool. Alright, time to ask around. Probably introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. Our only capable restoring ranks. Even so, we've struggled to contend with the fiends from the tower. Excuse me. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the two occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What are the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Right? You wish to know about the tower. To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. Oh, hi, Stan. The Tower of Zot, as folks have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Narunare. I'm like struggling with a lot of the names here. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting aether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique then. Our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Alright. Real quick. Let me do that. Should be a little bit better. With, yeah, there we go. Okay. Ah, I've heard about you before. The visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telophoroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Heck yeah. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Radz-at-Han ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see our original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east upon the Hamsa. You will arrive before you know it. Till we meet again. Oh. Gotta ride the Hamsa. Hamsa. Fat dodo chickens. Also, real quick, let me see what my shaders look like in this area. Fairly interesting to say the least. It's definitely more the outdoor areas that tend to look a little oversaturated at points with the shaders on. Such a smooth ride. Actually, it would sound more like this. Such a smooth ride. Ba 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 ba. Bwa 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 bwa. Yep. What the hell is that? What was that? Wait. What was that noise? Hi, this is indeed the Giant Skull grounds. I am Zayuna. Is there something we require? Giant Skull for the alchemist, you say? But of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and it's the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. I'll say some of our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Hoorah! Alright, now we head back. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. Oh wait, can I just teleport? Gotta pick up the Hamsa with the Betty Lies. The caption just looks like Face of Mercy. It's funny. Ah, welcome back, Belle. Dare I hope you have the giant scale. Giant skull? Gale? Giant skull. Yep, it's right here. Oh my, with such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype. One that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it's ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. Just reflecting, I suppose. Chilling out.
Our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
That's right. Hi, boys.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
It's a shame that Sharlayan can't say the same.
Madness. Were not the Telophoroi born of her body, as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Very introspective.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Never thought I'd see the word orgy uttered in FF14, but here it is.
And spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair. Who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Clearly you haven't spent enough time in Limsa. It's funny.
I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
That's right. Hey, hi, Fandaniel. Come here, bitch.
What is it? What did you see? Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last.
Oh boy.
Look, we have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
Yes, it is. It's crazy
Thank you for your
significant.
kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place.
That's
to
right.
accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Yep.
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Let's hope that it doesn't come to that. Also, the start of I knew, so I planned around you knowing that I knew that you knew that I knew you knew. So you would think you knew, but you didn't really know, you know?
Are you certain you wish to do this?
Fandaniel over here playing fucking 60 backgammon.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
Wait, you're not gonna fail to return. Don't worry. If you get tempered, we'll just get the Porksies here.
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
$3D
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Well, let's see what all comes from this. Hold on a second. Hey. Where at? Ah, all the way at the top. Be back in an hour. Sounds good. I'll probably still be live for like another. I actually don't know if. Whoa. CPU spike. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was like a big CPU spike. Like everything just froze up there for a minute. All right, well, that's all good. One Chrome tab. It's like, Chrome, why are you such a hog? Well, if you want reference, you're coming up on the first dungeon within a few quests. Ah, okay. Then yeah, I think it's good that we go ahead and finish up the dungeon for today, because I'm assuming that'll be the dungeon, right? Whoa. But you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I thought the more nervous I'd become. Let's be off. Head to the Tower of Zot. Oh boy, and we got the Asian theme playing too. This can't go anything but tits up.
Soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Hang on, I need to mute real quick while I turn on the heater in my room.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
I like that my character's on the lookout for Fandaniel here.
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the
Hooray!
stage has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Hooray!
What?
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, that's nice and horrifying.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Yeah, no, the wall stuff is... Oh.
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
What the hell are you talking about?
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
I may have.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Ow.
At your service.
Well, I had a feeling. Also, it's Amon? I always thought it was Amon.
Of unbridled prosperity. Every need met. Day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace.
He's unironically the Jonkler.
Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
There he is.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
Oh, well, that's not him, but he's talking to... Yeah.
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work.
Remember that jester who was the penultimate boss of the Circus Tower? He's the ultimate villain. That's crazy to me, man.
For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot.
Yeah, it didn't sound like he enjoyed his time as part of the Allegan Empire.
But I would see the poison purged.
Yeah, it seems like he wasn't very happy with the state that the Allegan Empire was in. And so, yeah. Because it was in decline. It was stagnant.
And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest.
But then Zan said...
An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards. Always onwards.
But then Zan said, hey guys, what if I fuck with the demon realm?
Such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
That's crazy to me that they unironically went back to the fucking crystal tower.
As I that the Emperor stands to lose
Oh, hi,
this
Emmett.
war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation.
And this was after.
Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
Ah. Well, that's a big reveal.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw.
Well, hold on. Zand is at fault here for
Scheme
fucking
as
with...
you like, build as you will, nothing endures.
To be fair, it likely would have endured had he not
But a
fucked with the
brief
13th.
jaunt ending in emptiness.
But I see his point. But what about...
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primates.
Frankly, Roman, I don't want to think about how it smells in here.
If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Ever think how different the original Zand and Zand's clone are? I would assume pretty different, right? Ah, you returned, but where's Mistress Nadana? Didn't Fandaniel make the egg grapes? Unironically, Stint? Yes. Let me actually check my inventory real quick. 1 second. No. Why am I AFK? Since Emmett Silk was Zand. Yeah, Emmett Silk was originally Zand, and then a clone was made that had the same memories of the past, but was not Emmett Silk. It was somebody else entirely. Item level 510. That might be useful for a Dragoon. I'll save it for later. Also, I think it's kind of funny that Emmett Selk at the end there basically said, listen, the Allegan Empire is fucked. Go see for yourself. This whole thing that we've been working on, they made it pretty far technology-wise, but it's fucked. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Allegan Empire essentially fell solely because, well, there was a lot of reasons, right? But the main one being, of course, that they messed with forces outside of their control. That being the Void Scent from the 13th. Alright, we're here. Unfortunately, we have some bad news. What happened? A lot happened. So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nadana and the other captives. And now I'm switching back to Paladin. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nadana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Oh, Nadana. Can you answer me this? Though Nadana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Then we must make warding skills. As many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nadana proved at peril to herself. So let us make more scales that she and all those who were taken might be saved. Aye. As alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nadana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the Satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable with you, will you not accompany me to Radz-at-Han for an audience with His Excellency? We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be a benefit to all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates east of the Giant's Guild grounds, and I will show you into the city. Alright. Let's go ahead and get going. It's all the way over there. Well, that's a distance. Well, nothing for it. But yeah, no, I'm glad that we're getting more info on the stuff with the Asians and who they were before, the kinds of like empires that they helped create or dismantle. I'm glad we're getting more info on that. Because like I said before, I find the story for FF14 just generally very interesting and very nuanced. Ugh. Obviously with like Emmett Sulk wasn't Zand, what do you want about? Yeah, admittedly, I didn't think that Emmett Sulk was Zand. I thought Zand was his own person, that Emmett's more or less kind of influenced the creation of the Allegan Empire, like he did with Kalusia, like he did with a lot of other, like the Garlean Empire. But he wasn't Zand. Now, I figured Emmett Sulk was like his own person. There's the bridge. Mostly directed at DX and chat. No, I get you. I get you. He probably influenced Zand. I'm pretty sure Emmett Sulk straight up tells you that the Allegan Empire is something that he had a direct hand in, as opposed to the Garlean Empire, which he directly created.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Radz-at-Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Radz-at-Han. And funny enough, we're actually close enough to Ilsebard for once.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Well, hold on. I said we're close to Ilsebard as if we already weren't there.
Here we are, Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
Huh.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so.
Mm-hmm.
Come, we should head inside.
So, quick question, just because I'm legit curious. Someone mentioned in chat earlier that I likely have a dungeon coming up soon. How soon is that from where I'm at right now? Like, give me like an estimate time frame.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, Satrap of Radz-at-Han.
Within 4 quests, and just assume each quest is 10 minutes.
Tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the world. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude. I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
Then it's the next quest?
I think not.
Huh?
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Oh, what the hell?
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
Oh.
As you wish.
Yeah, I figured Estinian knew that there was a dragon back here. The curtain seemed very telling.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh. Oh, buddy, you've got a face.
And for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Damn.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgardsormr's spawn. I was last to hatch.
Well then.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radz-at-Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility.
Oh, doesn't that sound familiar?
When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict.
Though Vitra protected.
A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radz-at-Han.
But if Vitra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end.
Yep, don't want to repeat a Vishgard.
I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
By... Oh.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh.
Oh.
The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radz-at-Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel.
Oh.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I see. That's cool.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm blood.
Damn.
From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs.
Yeah, that's...
That is all I need know of thee for now.
Ah.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz-at-Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
That's right.
'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Yeah.
I worry, however, that even the 4 of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
So, bye, Estinian.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz-at-Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
Good.
I am in thy debt.
By the way, can I just say, it is, it's really good hearing the Heavensward music again. It's really good listening to that music again. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetherite here before departing. Unless, of course, you enjoy violent nausea. Alright, so, speak with Thurinkard in the main hall. Back to Old Sharlayan, we have completed the, Thavnairian, quest line. And now we move on to, likely just gathering what we know so far. And then coming up with the plan. Just as I was getting used to the balmy Thavnair, we're back in chilly Sharlayan. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let us take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Alright, here we go. Since there has been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? That's right. Alright, let's see what's what.
Your time in Thavnair has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
Yes, sir.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matsaya, then make our way to Thavnair.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Fudola's report, they were unable to free the Emolja. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Afrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal. Thus, the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
Yeah.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope. And I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Yeah, better that way.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Kryl, Yostola, and myself. The remaining scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin.
Oh, are we doing an abnormal party layout here? Wait, what of Alize? She knows a healing spell or two.
That she does. But I think Alize herself would assert that she's at her best when she's charging onto the breach. And from what I recall from the Grand Cosmos, there's a spring in her step when she fights by your side.
Ye gods, will you never let me hear the end of that? Rest assured that I will do what is asked of me, regardless of who I happen to be standing next to at any given time. It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Radz-at-Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
All right.
A military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging point.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
Let's do it. Hello. All right. It's time to do the thing. We're going back to the dark of the tower. Let's go back to the great work. And let's get going to do this. Yep, it's time. Good way to end the stream, I would say. To do the thing. Hopefully I remember you. I think I do. Whee! Ah, right. Oh. Hold on. Go. Ah, our friend of Eorzea. We've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission to the tower, I'm told. The warding skills will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by at the boat we have readied. When your fellows arrive, I will direct them to join you. We pray for your safety and success. All right. Oh, that's a neat little boat. Ugh, if this is the future of Aetheryte travel, I think I'll stick to boats. Aye, no warning, however emphatic, could have prepared me for that. On account of which we are a little late, but fighting fit, mostly. Oh, hey. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be... we should still call you Varshan, Varshan, I suppose. Indeed, it would not do to confuse your soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see fit to entrust us with your warding skills. Excuse me. Please convey as much to His Excellency. I am His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessings. Our thanks. With these we can go anywhere With these we can go anywhere those with the blessing of light can go. Hell yeah! Not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on primals. No, but then I'll be out of a job! In that case, they're all yours from now on. Alright, good luck! But I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star after all. Damn it! So close! As previously agreed, we'll divide into two groups. Vel and his men will break through the tower's defenses and locate its core. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners, who will doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be deities of Thavnarian myth. As we have no prior experience with such foes, pray exercise the utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavnair, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. Let's go. The Tower of Zot now accessible. And as usual, we'll be running this with NPCs. Let's get going. And we're gonna... Okay. Estinian, yeah, no, that's about right. Do I want to go tank though? Yeah, I'll go tank. Let's do it. Your master FF4 BGM? Yeah, I figured. This definitely sounds familiar. I'm curious. Because Hydaelyn is better at DPS, I'm curious if I can push a little more than I normally can. Oh, I know they don't AoE, but I know that Hydaelyn is just a better DPS to have with you. I mean, I did go from Dark Knight to Paladin, yep. The FF4 music is only fitting. Yeah, I would argue. Yeah, because that's pretty much the character journey that Cecil has in FF4, right? Along with some other things, yeah. It's the Matsaya come to life. Focus on stinging this quadra. Oh, by the way, I love Hydaelyn's voice in this game. I can hear him like yelling out battle cries and shit. It sounds so cool. Alright, we got 2 here so we can push ahead. Shield Master's so useful. There we go. First boss. Oh, the 3 sisters. Oh, this boss music was already bopping. Oh, this is so cool. Fucking hell. I'm like hard focusing right now, sorry.
You underestimate me.
Oh. Oh, Estinian's voice is so cool. Ah, damn it.
You underestimate me.
I like how it's immediately followed by Alize saying the same thing. It is just a world of difference.
This will hurt.
Oh, fucking hell, man. I've got like the goofiest fucking grin on my face because Estinian sounds like such a badass. Also, you know, yeah, that boss music is great. Holy shit. Mufasa War versus Baby Simba War? Yeah, pretty much. I know, I gotta listen to that boss music again on my own time, because holy fuck. Go. Go, go, go. Zot Umbri. Also, actually, fun fact, I think to my knowledge, Estinian might be one of the few NPCs that actually does AoEs. At least I think so. Endwalker mid-boss theme is called On Blade's Edge. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. back up. Might not hurt to go invuln for a bit. Alright.
You underestimate me.
Almost there. Oh, there's a second sister. Oh, this bitch is doing dragoon moves. But wait a minute, she just keeps spamming the AoE. I recognize that sound effect. Nice screen nuke. Oh, I'm stopped. What happened? There we go. Ow.
Let's give them a show.
Ba, 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 His peripheral dinner is just mechanic, yeah, pretty much. Oh, I'm stopped again. You know what sucks though? Is I'm only going to be able to listen to a select number of tracks from Endwalker right now without having to get spoiled on other stuff. And I mostly say this because of, I don't want to get spoiled with other tracks. So I can only listen to a few and then hopefully not get spoiled by anything else. Alright, there we go. We're done. Prosperity's Promise is the name of this place. Interesting. Had to pop my neck real quick. Zot Predator. Oh, but these are just match tech stuff. Zot Rotor. You're only level 81, so you got a long ways to go too. Yeah. So I'm just gonna have to hold off on listening to a lot of Endwalker music on YouTube. Just so I don't get spoiled on like finale shit. Like imagine if like I'm listening to just the boss music and in my recommended final boss theme of Zenos Ye Galvis. I'm like, what the fuck? Or Fandaniel boss theme, and it's just the fucking circus music. Oh, these fucking things again. You walk past the chest too? Oh, don't worry. In all likelihood, I will likely run this dungeon again some more, if I need some additional levels for, additional leveling for, Dragoon. So, walk past the chest, you said. I may as well get it since I'm here. Oh, yep, there it is. Mansuya Ring of Slaying. Yeah, it's just a thing of, oh, what's that? You're listening to music from the game that you're playing, so here's like late game spoilers for the game in question. Like, I know it's an algorithm and it technically doesn't really know any better, but it's like, it's still, you know. Thankfully, for all intents and purposes, the FF14 community has been very good about that kind of stuff. They mark a lot of their music uploads as spoiler, or they blur out important characters. So it's like, oh, it's the music track, but we're not going to spoil who it is, right? Because I know they did that for Hades. The music track for Who Brings Shadow. The video for it has all the dialogue blurred out, and the thumbnail for it is Emmet Selk, but he's blurred out as well. Oh shit! That was close. Holy fuck! Did you see that? Oh, I'll read that chat message in a moment. Mid-boss theme first result just shows first from this dungeon, so it won't be spoilery. The end boss theme finality video that showed up first does contain footage from a later dungeon. Just a warning. Gotcha. Avoid the music videos. Gotcha. Harbingers Elect, the Mega Sisters. Oh, the other sisters are here. Damn. I didn't put up the barrier in time. I find it kind of disturbing that they put us up against the youngest sister first. It's kind of fucked. Oh, those mechanics are rough. You're asking me to do so much shit. I can't lock on. Oh, this feels very fucking hectic. Holy shit. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. I would expect nothing less considering we're at endgame, technically. As far as, like, story stuff. I just feel bad for the poor seps that, like, jumped into the game as with Endwalker, you know? Jesus Christ, Justinian. This isn't one of those that need to die at the same time fights. Yeah, I figured as much. Another join together. Am I to get... Oh, no, never mind. Oh, we need to just kill them individually. Gotcha. And just like that, they handled the other one. I took care of her. That was fun. I like that the boss fights are becoming more difficult with how much shit they give you to dodge. It's really good. Oh, but I'm sad. Oh, hi, Thancred. Stydian when he gets the groceries. All or nothing! Yeah, they get mechanics heavy rather than just DPS checks, which is nice, and I kind of like it, right? I infinitely prefer mechanics heavy over, we're gonna waste your time with a DPS check that's gonna take a long time.
Is everyone all right?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
That's the weirdest way I've ever heard anyone say quagmire.
I believe we stand
quagmire.
In the beating heart.
Guys, I'm about to cast Quagga.
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek.
Oh.
Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it.
So where's all the excess ether going?
It is as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look.
I'm quagging. Oh, what the hell?
Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
What?
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
A man's...
And that should be the end of it.
Or so we think.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Would have helped to let us know that earlier, Urianger.
And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves.
Bump, dump, dump, bump, bump, dump, dump,
I'm
bump.
not too late.
Graha, what are you doing? Orionja probably didn't think you were gonna do it outright. Oh! Mass teleportation! Guys, I think Graha's fucking dead.
Oh, what happened? Where are we?
Well, we got everyone out.
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse
Graha.
for it.
My boy truly is the best boy.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here. They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
We did our job. We got rid of it.
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
Also, I really do love this rendition of Eternal Wind.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
Hang on. There's no way these guys are going to be able to lift these dudes, right? It's elephant peoples. Maybe not physically, but... Alright. Let's continue on for just a tiny bit longer. See what's what. The liberated prisoners are being transported to Radz-at-Han for treatment. Alize and Y'shtola will oversee the administration of the tempering treatment, with support from those who know a healing spell or two. We'll go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. Thancred is rested and ready to set out. Had enough rest, have you? Nope. You never were one for being idle. Right. Vashan, oh yay, claps. Vashan bade us to come to Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Wait, on second thought, you and Esthinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. Do not put Graha in the jar. Whatever you do. Kindly do not put my best friend in the jar. I beg. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we just gotta go this way. I almost hear like the start of the Rectica Greatwood with this overworld theme. I almost hear ba-da-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-dum bum. But it's not. It just has traces of it. God, though, if I could give some early impressions off of Endwalker, though, the start has definitely been far more reserved than Shadowbringers was, but I also think given the situation that we were thrust into with Shadowbringers was definitely far more depressing, very nihilist almost to a point, while being way more serious. The start of Endwalker definitely feels like a lot more return to form, more normalcy with what we're usually used to, if that makes any sense. All the while keeping the weight of, this is it, a lot of stuff is going to happen during this expansion, best be prepared kind of stuff. Alright, Estinian, come on. I like how Estinian's like, don't expect me to act like oh god, I'm sorry. I like how Estinian's like, don't expect me to act like your tour guide, and I'm like, don't worry, you won't. Pouty pants. Your fountains normally have names. God damn it. I find it hilarious considering that Estinian has lived in Ishgard for a long time. Yeah. Estinian is too directionally challenged to be a tour guide. He's like Zorro. The rat takes you by the bazaars in the cities don't do the state of the alert. However, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetherite disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend to the next steps ahead to this fountain, then continue left. Yeah, no, I find it... Ooh. Sorry. Well, sorry, apologies. I find it very funny that Estinian is very much in a Zorro kind of situation here where we have him here because of his fighting prowess. We don't have him here for literally any other reason outside of that. Boy is awful at commerce, does not do small talk, gets lost very easily. Oh, actually... yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radz-at-Han's wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. It's a troublesome experience, and as I can personally attest. I wonder why you can personally attest to being broke all the time, Estinian. Though to be fair, I kind of relate. I regularly dip below 1 million gil. I also regularly dip below $100 IRL. Well, let's not talk about that. Alright, I'm assuming, imagine having 1,000,000 gil. Couldn't be me. Just checking. I will likely attune to a lot of these other aetherites later. City is big. Heading to Megaduda, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of the I have such a hard time with these more foreign names. Ruvedia Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Alright. It's another Aether Shard. Whoa, I'm starting to yawn. Estinian went broke after spending 5,000,000 gil and dies on the market board. Boy, Estinian, that's undieable armor that you're wearing. It's for the best. No, so we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduda. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps, and then continue straight ahead across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Alright. I do admittedly kind of like, though, that they spread out the tour segments of, these two city areas that you go to. Nay, Warrior of Light. I need only complete the MSQ to unlock dyes for my gear. I remember passing by here with Varishan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamsa myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Fucking Estinian's like, these birds look delish fish. And the birds just look at him like, squawk! It's funny. The bird's just like, I'm in danger. Attuning. All right. Megaduda is now accessed. Greetings and welcome to Megaduda. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course, we've been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber if you would please follow me. You know what I kind of hope? I hope that FF14 eventually builds itself out with so much music from future expansions that we don't need to overly rely on the corny-ass A Realm Reborn music anymore.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent in more ways than one.
Now, all of us need to turn around and say thank you, Graha. Very cool.
Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
You and being reckless for our sakes, I swear.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude.
Also, I can tell that Vitra here
And set free its
has
you cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence.
Vitra here has Nidhogg's voice.
No words of thanks will suffice.
Sorry, not Nidhogg, Midgard Stormer. My bad.
I offer a bounty of warding scales.
Oh.
Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radz-at-Han.
Oh no, Maker's Ruin. I like that as the Warrior Lights theme. I'm more talking about the other very corny Aram Reborn like cutscene musics.
Now await you at the high crucible of Alchemia.
Present
this letter when you are ready to take
that's
them
fine.
into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity.
You know, this I'm fine with.
Know that the inventive wisdom of Radz-at-Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Oh my... Oh.
'Tis of no moment, a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Would that be the equivalent of tearing off your fingernails?
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man.
Or like peeling off your skin?
Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply.
Oh boy, we're tugging at the heavens word feels again.
And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made.
It is admittedly crazy to think that Vitra was, you know, living amongst men while Nidhogg was,
slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man.
Yeah.
Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company.
Would it be worthwhile talking to Midgard Swimmer then?
Source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift.
Oh wait, so when Midgard Swimmer arrived...
His arrival, he knoweth not.
Okay.
Which Hydaelyn hath deigned to disclose.
I see, so Midgard Stormer would know then.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Yeah, dragons are technically aliens in this setting.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some
wasn't on this planet during the final days here. Yep. Doesn't sound like it. It sounds like Midgardstormer came to the source after Hydaelyn had delivered the 13-hit combo.
I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardstormer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope.
Oh?
He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since.
Huh.
Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Well, I really do wish that Hydaelyn could stop speaking in vague statements then.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Prithee, a moment.
Yes?
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
Yeah? I only wish he could... Yeah, I don't know where he is. He's sleeping.
I know of his clash with Omega and the long slumber which was his price. Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardstormer's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread.
Oh? How come?
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe.
Yeah? We've been through quite a bit.
Shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
What are you saying? Like, yeah? Uh-huh. Please. Oh.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end.
Yeah?
Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
Right.
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter.
No, it's giving me a lot to think about.
Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Here's hoping. Oh, that's a lot of heavy emotion. I will say, by the way, I don't know what track that is, but that particular theme, that leitmotif, there's something about it that I really like. I can't quite pinpoint what it is in particular, but there's something about the way it sounds that I really, really like. So what were you and Vitra talking about? Don't worry about it. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. And now would be a good time to switch over to Dragoon, since now I'm level 82, and it's good to switch between the two. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible first. Let's return to the Mulberry Orchard. All right. I'll probably wrap up this quest, and then that'll be it for me for today. As much as I would like to keep going, we've almost hit 4 hours, and I imagine that if I keep going for any longer, my audio thing might start to fritz out, and I don't want to reset quite just yet, so we'll see. Actually, you know what? It's 3:46 at the moment. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and call it here. I figure this is probably a good place to start, and then next time, Friday will be when I stream again, and this time I'll stick to it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on today's FF14 Endwalker stream. I enjoyed a lot of what we had to do today. Some of it was a bit monotonous, sure, but all in all, I think I generally enjoyed kind of what we were presented with today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you all again on Friday, and this time I promise I'll stick to the schedule. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.